Hi there and welcome to today's Monday Motivation. Now don't worry if it's not Monday, as I always say, you can be motivated any day of the week. You of course are listening to Richard Butler of richardbutlerthesuccesscoach.com and richardbutler.coach. Now in today's video, I want to talk about 11 ways to build your mental strength and willpower. Because, we admire those with great mental strength and willpower, but how do we build those qualities in ourselves? Because it seems that other people have it, but we don't. And this is one of the many things no one ever taught us in school. I don't remember a subject called how to have more willpower. And we know how much better our lives could be if we just had a little more willpower, not to have that drink, not to smoke that cigarette, not to eat that bag of chips like I tend to do sometimes, but just how to have a little bit more willpower to say no. If we had more willpower, we could stick to our diets and exercise routines. How many people who joined a gym at the beginning of the year are still members? How many people who started a diet at the beginning of the year are still members? It'd be much easier to save money if we had greater willpower. We could get ourselves to do all the things we know we should be doing, but don't. A little more willpower and mental strength might be all that's needed to take your life to the next level. So I want you to try these strategies to increase your mental strength and willpower. The first one is do things that you fear. I'm sure you've heard of the expression, and it's the name of a book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. But there are plenty of things that you fear. It might be snakes, clowns, heights, dogs, swimming, public speaking. So choose a fear and face it directly. Now, let me tell you about what happened to me over Christmas of 2018. There's an amusement park in Barcelona, and there's two rides that I never go up on. The first one is the big wheel, I know, believe it or not, but because it is on the side of a mountain. So not only is it high, but it's even higher than normal. And the other one is called La Talaya. And what this is, how would I describe this? It's like a box that you stand in, and there's a box at either end. And as you go into the box at the bottom of the ride, it slowly goes up, slowly, until it is horizontal. And the box at the top is now at the end, and the other people get out. And this is 50 meters high on top of a huge mountain. And I never had the, how do I say this politely? I never had the, I'm lost for words here. I never had the balls to actually do it. So pardon my French, but one day I did it. I couldn't make up any more excuses, and I did it. And although I didn't overly look out around the box because I had my action cam and I was filming everything so I could see it later on, I did kind of enjoy it, and it wasn't as scary as I thought. So when you remove a fear, you become more powerful. I felt much better after doing what I did. You now know that you have the mental strength to accomplish anything. What about taking on a physical challenge? Nothing, believe me, can toughen you up like physical discomfort. So maybe you train for a 5K run. Maybe you train for a 10K run. Maybe you train for a marathon. Maybe you climb a mountain. Or maybe you go for a long hike. It doesn't have to be with a heavy pack during cold, rainy weather, but maybe you go for a long hike on a winter's day. What about taking a course in public speaking? Because they say that people fear public speaking. And it's a fear that so many people have. I personally don't, but I know a lot of people who would not speak in public. The beautiful thing about overcoming this fear is how much it can add to your life. If you are no longer afraid of public speaking, you can speak to anybody, anywhere, at any time. What about getting mental strength by just sitting? You see, we tend to be human doings rather than human beings. We're never just being, we're always doing something. So try meditating or just sitting on the floor and staring at the wall for an extended period of time. Some may say it's boredom and restlessness are challenging to endure, but I've started meditating recently and I find it really, really relaxing. And it has made me a more relaxed person. It doesn't mean that I don't get stressed, but I get stressed less. And each week you can see how long you can last and then try to surpass your previous record each week. Number 5 is an easy one. Try taking a cold shower. Very easy to do on a warm summer's day, but not so easy in the winter. So this is a convenient physical challenge because you're in the shower, you're in your house, and there's many health benefits to be gained by exposing your body to cold. You have a perfect opportunity each morning. Turn the temperature down and shoot for at least 5 minutes each day. So you could just turn it down gradually, and then you could suddenly, on the 5th day, you could be in a freezing cold shower. Why not do a 30-day challenge? And that's something that I actually do on my websites and with my website visitors. Because you see, consistency can also be mentally challenging. Pick something useful that you normally wouldn't be able to get yourself to do and do it for 30 days straight. It might be following a diet, going to the gym, playing the piano every day for an hour, or meditating for 15 minutes. But it's anything that you can think of that would be a challenge. Now, we often say when we're talking to our kids, don't talk to strangers, but most of us dislike talking to complete strangers. But for example, the other day I was on a flight and I was walking down the passage down to the plane, and I just started to talk to this group of ladies who were in front of me. I made a great little conversation for 2 or 3 minutes. Now, who knows how I impacted them and how they impacted me? So there's people everywhere. Just pick one and start a conversation. Now, don't be creepy, of course, but you'll be surprised how easy this becomes eventually. Number 8 is fast. Now, I don't mean fast of speed, but I mean fast of maybe, I wouldn't say right away going a few days without food, but maybe fast for 13 hours for a week. So every day you finish eating in Barcelona here at 10 o'clock, and you don't eat until 11 o'clock the next day. There are tons of health benefits, and eating 3 meals a day is unnecessary and unhealthy for adults, many people say, but do talk to your doctor first. Number 9 is visualize. Everybody has heard about visualization, but few actually do it. You can actually improve your mental toughness by practicing what you want to do in your mind. Visualize yourself overcoming challenging situations. Visualize yourself not smoking anymore. Visualize yourself not drinking anymore. Visualize yourself being happy. Now, what about talking to yourself? Now, I don't mean crazy talk, but I mean give yourself a pep talk before and during challenging situations. We tend to listen to that inner critic that we have rather than having an inner cheerleader. So the inner critic is always complaining about something and saying that we can't do something. But why not change it to an inner cheerleader? Tell yourself that you can handle it. Number 11 is get up early. This is difficult, and I used to be in a good rhythm of this, and over the last couple of weeks I found it quite difficult. I don't know, I'm going on a bit of a spiritual change at the moment, so I don't know if it's just that I'm relaxing so much, but getting up earlier than absolutely necessary is a challenge. And I can tell you, a cozy bed is hard to leave, especially when it's cold and dark. But try getting up an hour early for a month. Now, by doing this, you're actually going to gain an hour, or a power hour, as Anthony Robbins calls it, which is going to really help you get things done. Most of us know enough to be much more successful and satisfied than we are. Our level of willpower is the limiting factor for most of us. Most people don't follow through. They do something for a couple of weeks and then that's it. So practice these strategies on a regular basis and you'll be pleasantly surprised with the results. You've been listening to Richard Butler of richardbutler.coach. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, let your friends know, visit my website, reach out to me, leave a comment. I'll talk to you in the next Monday motivation video.